Hi, and welcome to the Senior Network. I'm your host, Greg Fulton. I'm joined today with Tamara Watson of Hospice Care of the Lowcountry. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And Heather Flowers with Right at Home in-home care.
Thank you.
Good to have you. I know you guys are a lot of fun, so we're going to have fun on the show today. So tell us a little bit. We just came off of the big yacht hop that you guys put together. Exciting. Tell us a little bit about it. Was it a success for you?
Oh, absolutely. Again, you know, every year I think we outdo ourselves. It's really a great pour out from the community. The food was fabulous. It was very well attended. There was a nice flow to it. You got to see a lot of our community partners being there and a lot of families. But it was a beautiful day and again, a very, very great time.
Yeah, and for folks that don't know, that's an event that's, you know, you guys got some of the nicest yachts in the area that come in, and local restaurants prepare the food on there, and there's obviously a little beer and wine to go with that.
Yeah, and champagne at the end with the dessert. Okay. But yes, people are so gracious with letting us, you know, use their yachts, and all the restaurants on the island pouring out and just preparing tons of food, which was so good, very, very good. And again, I think they outdid themselves. The restaurants, the food was just really, really good.
Awesome.
And then great auction items.
Yes, yeah, a lot of great things. Yeah.
And that's right, you were there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it was a great event, and again, thank you to everybody that participated. It was an awesome, awesome time.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, it makes me think every time I sit down with you guys in your organization, I know because I meet them all the time, you guys have a large volunteer base, don't you?
We do. We have over 100 volunteers, which is, I think, is one of our biggest referral resources for us, too. It's community word of mouth. Our volunteers, I get calls a lot of times, even from them, saying, hey, my neighbor, can you follow up? So they are the backbone to this organization, because it was, of course, started by volunteers back, 35 years ago. So they are the essence to the organization for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Matt, you mentioned the word referral. Because I know we work a lot together as an organization.
We do.
Right at home.
Yeah.
A referral process, give us a little idea of how that would work.
Well, typically, I'm usually the person that takes all the inquiries that come in, and within 35 minutes of talking to someone, kind of divulging everything, I will get their doctor's information and follow up on the back end, and then we'll get the orders and what have you to get the process started. It's really easy. But, you know, a lot of times when we get in the homes, because we have to go out to the home and do an assessment to see if a person would be eligible. But a lot of times we get in the homes and maybe they're not hospice appropriate. And that's when we use, you know, maybe it's a caregiver situation where maybe it's burnout for the caregiver. So that's when we call people like you guys to help us with that kind of situation, or home health. Maybe it's just a regular home health referral. I do a lot of referring to other agencies, especially in the cases that we can't help them, or they're not ready, or they're not at that point. A lot of people call us in a crisis mode, thinking, you know, I think it's hospice time, and then we get all the information, and really it's not our time yet, you know, but maybe it would be a caregiver issue or home health. So we do a lot of referring that way, but it's a fairly easy process. We get calls over the weekends, after hours. We're available 24/7, so whenever.
And you are the clinical director, as you mentioned, right? So all of that kind of starts with you, and then you kind of position it where it needs to go, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Mostly administrative.
Yes, but I do like.
I missed you out in the field.
I do love the field. I do.
And for folks that don't know, these are two of the best nurses in the area. We love them.
I'll pay you later.
Heather, tell us, because I know with Right at Home that we're in a situation like that Tamara had mentioned, that we may notice that there's a need. Is that typically you just pick up the phone and call them, or you put the family in touch with?
It's a little bit of both. It sort of depends how, as a nurse, you have to sort of feel out the family to see, is it something that they're even interested in talking about. If they're not there yet, so to speak, then you can talk with the client if they're ready to, you know, to go there. But sometimes just that word hospice is such a difficult word to swallow. But you know, certainly it's definitely a family family decision.
Yeah, and I don't think, for folks that don't know, Heather's role is Director of Quality Assurance, but it really goes a lot deeper than that, meaning you spend probably, what, 70% of your day working with families and children and
Out of
spouses.
state, on the
and
phone, yep. Making sure that
coordinate.
everybody's happy and everybody knows what's going on. Because, you know, even with hospice and all the other organizations that clients are involved with, they need someone to sort of navigate for them.
Sure.
And that is sort of what I have to do, is navigate and help them through understanding the changes. Is it home health? Is it hospice?
Right.
Is it additional caregivers? And which is what makes my job so enjoyable, is that it's, you know, it's never the same every day. It's always something different, and, you know, just trying to keep everybody happy.
And you do.
That's what I do.
You do a great job with that.
Well, and I know on the previous show we talked a lot about falls, and I know in our business that it's a scary thing that we all deal with, because we all start to lose our balance as we age some. Right at home, is there like a mechanism, a tool, analysis, something that you do when you first meet with a family to see if there's a concern there?
Oh, absolutely. When we come in and do our home assessment, we, you know, eyes on the home, look around. Is there grab bars? Is there loose rugs? Is there, does the client need a walker, need a wheelchair? We also recommend bigger things like Hoyer lifts. We just had a family that, you know, we had to bring in occupational health, you know, to sort of help them understand the need for bigger medical equipment so that the client doesn't fall and the caregivers are safe as well.
Both ways. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, hold that thought.
Okay.
We're going to need to take a break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.